Hi, folks. Another recording for you. This is a Climax recording, playing Dixieland by the Climax Quartet, whoever that may be. A couple of things about this recording. First off, if you look at this, there's some very interesting information here. You'll see on the top the GR Company. That's the Globe Record Company. And in the middle of it, you'll see Climax Record, manufactured solely for the Columbia Phonograph Company of New York and London. Now, actually, the Globe Record Company was created as more or less a front to protect the Burt Company, which was the parent company of all of this, from any kind of harm. And this was in Millburn, New Jersey, actually. And it's interesting to note that at the same place, there was a lot of stuff going on with Zonophone as well. And so it was a busy place. There was two different companies, and I think that's where a lot of confusion comes in, as they're jumping back and forth between Zonophone and Climax. But nonetheless, it's a very interesting story that they established themselves in the summer of 1901, totally illegal. It was no patent basically for it. And what happened was eventually Eldridge Johnson, who ran the Victor Talking Machine Company, realized that there was a problem going on between Columbia and the Globe Company, that Columbia was late in paying a number of bills and things like that. So Eldridge Johnson got into negotiations over at the Burt Company, which, by the way, was also producing a number of Victor records as well, and he offered to buy the Globe Record Company for $10,000. And he did, while all the folks at Columbia were not looking. You see, on December 10th, 1901, the Jones patent was approved on December 10th, 1901, and that was basically a system of wax recording. And so Edward Easton, who ran the Columbia Company, was delighted, and they just kind of all went on a holiday. And while they were gone, Johnson bought the Globe Record Company, took every one of the masters. Let's see if we can do this so you can see it. Not easy to see here, unfortunately. Took every one of the masters and brought them to Philadelphia. And there everyone was stamped. Everyone was stamped with this stamper that said VTM. And VTM is, of course, the initials of the Victor Talking Machine Company. So every record, or I should say every stamper, was stamped with that, as they found them in the beginning of January 1902. So this record we know was made after the raid because it's got the markings. And, of course, when Easton and the Columbia staff all returned, they went nuts. That not only had the company that they were using to print their records had been taken over by their competitor, but their records right now also advertised their competitor. It's pretty an amazing thing, actually, when you think about it. The story of Climax Records is a really interesting one, full of all kinds of intrigue and the like. It would be a wonderful movie someday if anybody ever got the chance to do it. So, nonetheless, let's listen to Dixieland by the Climax Quartet, number 451, recorded in 1901. However, this pressing, I can tell you, was made in 1902.
Dixieland by the Climax Quartet. I wish I was in the land of cotton, old and sad, and I've forgotten the away, Dixieland, in Dixieland, Dixie. Now here's our help to the next home business, and the gals that want to see us look away, Dixieland. But if you want to drive with sorrow, come and hear the song tomorrow. Look away, Dixieland. I wish I was in Dixie, hooray. In Dixieland I take my stand to live and die in Dixie. Away down south in Dixie. Away down south in Dixie. I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray. In Dixieland I take my stand to live and die in Dixie. Away.